Hello ladies, how are we today? I hope we're doing well. I am here with kind of a tutorial for you on this particular product. This is the ASP Acrylics Made Simple Nail Forms. These are acrylic nail forms that are meant to make applying acrylics yourself faster, easier, and it's supposed to make them look more flawless. So it says form a nail forms. It says create a perfect set of professional looking acrylic nails in under 10 minutes with reusable forms. These were very inexpensive. I got them at Sally's for about $6.49, and when I did get them, a lot of you left comments wanting to kind of see me use them and see what they are. So first of all, I will tell you this is only my second time using this kit, so I am very, very far from an expert. But today what I want to do is I want to test out the claim on the box where it says in under 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to do that today. I'm going to time it, and I'm going to see is it actually under 10 minutes for real. Now I am going to do a little bit of prep work ahead of time so that the 10 minutes is only counting the applying of the acrylic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep my nails and glue my nail tips on. And then at that point, I will come back and we will start the timer and I will start using these bad boys. And you can see what they are and how they work and so on and so forth. So let me get my nails. I have just taken my nails and I have glued on my tips and I've put on my little acrylic primer. So basically I'm making these a lot shorter than I probably normally would, but I've been really busy, so I don't want my nails to be really long at the moment. So anyway, this is the box. Like I said, it's about $6.49 at Sally's, and let me show you what comes inside because it's really not that impressive, but these things are seriously pretty amazing in my opinion. I really hope I get better at using them the more I try. Okay, so inside you have this little bag, and that's like it. You have a little instruction pamphlet, and this is kind of cool. It actually has a DVD that shows you how to use them, and I saw this and I was like, what if that gets lost in my DVD player? But it works just fine. I watched this, and it's just kind of a really short instructional video of how to use the nail forms. Honestly, if you will search on YouTube, you can probably find more detailed information. Alright, so inside it's got, I believe it has 24, let me count, it says somewhere, yeah, 24 reusable nail forms. Now, either I'm crazy and I lost one immediately, or mine only came with 23. So it might have been a mess up, but I think mine only came with 23. So basically it comes with these little plastic, that's all they are. They're this flexible plastic nail form, and they have the nail sizes at the tip just like regular acrylic tips. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick out what sizes fit your nail. So, like for example, here's a pretty small one. So you want to find one that's going to fit completely over your nail, but you don't want it hanging off the sides. You want it to fit as perfectly as it can. So the first thing you need to do is size all of these out and just set them out in front of you, the 10 that you're going to use. So for example, so I have all 10 of my nail forms kind of laying out in front of me just to make the process go faster, because I want to give the 10 minutes claim as much of a chance as possible, because I will tell you the first time I did this it took me like an hour. Okay, so after you size all your nail forms and have them laid out in front of you ready to go, you're going to need a couple more things. You're going to need your acrylic powder, you're going to need your acrylic liquid, and you are going to need a brush. Now the good thing about these nail forms is sometimes my acrylic brushes start to get a little crappy, and the good thing about these is your brush doesn't have to be that wonderful, because the brush is not what actually forms the nail. The brush is really just to place the acrylic in the nail form, and you'll see that in just a second. So I've got my acrylic powder. Let me get my acrylic liquid, and I'll demonstrate how to do like one or two of these, and then I will continue and finish off, and then you can see the end product. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to start our timer. I highly doubt this is going to be 10 minutes, but I'm really going to try to hurry and make it happen. Okay, so here is the form that matches my pinky nail. you want to take your brush, you want to dip it. Let me move this so you can see that a little bit better. You want to dip it in your acrylic liquid. You want to swipe it through your acrylic powder and get a ball of acrylic. If you've done your nails at home before, you know how to do this. Okay, then all you do is you just kind of place it in the nail form like so, and you just kind of pat the ball in there where it looks like this. It's really just literally a blob of acrylic. Then what you do, this is so easy and like so cool. So you turn it upside down, and here is my nail tip. You want to start it, and all you do is press it down. And that's really all there is to it. So you can see there, some of the acrylic has kind of oozed out on the side here. So what you want to do is you want to kind of get your acrylic brush or whatever. I'll just use my other nail, I think. And you just want to kind of wipe off any extra acrylic that has oozed out of the side here. Like so. And then I'm also going to take out some of this underneath that just kind of oozed out. If you will do that when your acrylic is still kind of liquid, it makes it a little bit easier to file and shape in the end. So you just want to press that on there. Make sure it's, you know, pressed down as good as it can be. That one looks a little loose. And then you're really just going to leave them on there for a few minutes. Mine actually just kind of fall off when it's dry, so that's how I know it's ready. But you leave it on there for a few minutes until it's dry, and then you really just pop the nail form off, and you should have a fairly perfect, it's not perfect, but it is pretty close to perfect acrylic on top of your nail tip. So again, you're going to get your acrylic. You're going to turn your nail form upside down where it's like a little cup or like a little boat. You put your acrylic in it, and you just kind of press it down. So I need a little bit more acrylic on this one. And the thing that is really cool about these is they're kind of foolproof. Like, if you have extra acrylic that oozes out, you just take it off. It's not like having to paint on your acrylic. Okay, so you turn it over. You can see here is my little nail form, and underneath it's got the blob of acrylic, and when you turn it upside down it just stays adhered to it, so don't worry about it falling off or anything. You just put it on the base of your nail, and you just press down. Now, you may not want to press down quite as hard as I am. It kind of just depends on how thick you like your acrylic. I actually usually like my acrylic pretty thick, but I think if you, there's a little bit of art that comes to this, because if you don't press it down hard enough, it doesn't look quite as perfect. Okay, so that's 2 of them on. Let me go put the rest on, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so I am back. You can see that I have all of the nail forms on over my nail tips, and of course underneath that is acrylic. Now, when I stopped my timer, it was at 26 minutes and 53 seconds, so almost 27 minutes. So it took me 17 minutes longer than the 10-minute time claim, but this is also my second time using them, and I think that the more that I do use these, the better and faster I will get. But still, 27 minutes for applying your acrylic is faster than a salon, I'll tell you that much. Well, most salons, it's faster. Okay, so all you do is, like I showed you, you just paint the acrylic in the form or in the mold, and you put it on over the nail, and you just kind of press it down. Now what happens is there's a little extra acrylic, like I got some on my hand here, but you can, I mean, you can file that off or pick that off as soon as it dries. And so they just kind of look like this, and they kind of stay stuck on the acrylic until it dries. Now once they get really, really, really dry, they'll just kind of fall off, but you can pull them off as soon as the acrylic dries. The first time I did this, I was a little bit nervous because I was afraid that these would stick to the acrylic, and then I would have these weird little things on my nails, but they don't. So don't be scared of that, because I was. Alright, so this was the first nail that I did. So I can show you here. I know my lighting is a little bit off. I don't know if that's going to help at all. Probably not. I have a lamp here so I can just see better, but I think it's kind of interfering. Sorry. Okay, so let me just kind of show you what it looks like when you pop them off. So this was the first nail that I did, and it has these two little spokes, I guess, on the side. And so all you do is you just kind of grab those and you start to rock it back and forth, and when you do that, it just pops off like that. So you can see, let's wait till that kind of clears there. Let me move this. Alright, so you can see what that looks like. It looks really smooth on the top. The only part that doesn't look perfect is the end, but all you really have to do is file that, and sometimes a little bit of excess will be on the side, so it doesn't look absolutely perfect, but it's pretty close to perfect. It's way better than what I get when I use like a brush and do the acrylic myself. So let me just kind of show you one more removal. I just kind of grab these little spokes and you just kind of rock it, and you'll hear this little kind of cracking noise. Now if it doesn't just pop right off, it's not ready. Okay, so here's this one. You can see I've got like this kind of extra piece right here of acrylic, but that's easily just going to pick right off. See, it's already gone. And then I have a little bit of excess on the end, which the end is kind of hard to get all of the excess off, but like I said, you just file it really quick and it looks really good. One thing I will say is they come out really, really shiny, and I love that. Even though I'm going to paint over them, I like how smooth they are. Okay, so there's the third one. Back. I have filed everything, and I went and washed my hands to wash off all of the dust from filing. So this is the finished product. This is how shiny and smooth and pretty your nails come out when you use the nail forms at home. So I think they look pretty much just as good as a professional job. Like I said, they're not completely perfect. There's a little bit of extra acrylic here, and then I have some like underneath one or two of the nails still. But that will, you know, break off after a day or so. So hopefully this was useful. I mean, who would think that something so small and simple and inexpensive could help you out so much? So it did take me 26 minutes to apply them, and then of course I had to file them and wash them, and I did have to set out all of my nails and put on my nail tips and all of that. So I would say probably in all, this maybe took me 40 minutes to an hour from start to finish, but that's as much time or less time as it's going to take you if you go to a salon, and way cheaper. Again, these are the ASP Acrylics Made Simple nail forms. You can get these at Sally for about $6.49. And then you just need your acrylic liquid and your acrylic powder and some sort of brush, and that's it. And you can also do this if you don't want to wear a nail tip. You can actually just take the nail form and paint the acrylic in it and just put it on your natural nail. You really don't even have to have a tip. And then you can just shape the acrylic and have like just an acrylic extension to your nail instead of just nail tips with acrylic over them. So I actually have a video to shoot next trying out one of my products from Influencer. So if you want to see that nail design, go ahead and stay tuned on the channel, and I will see you then. So if you have any questions, post them below. I will answer them the best I can. If you do your acrylics at home, I would highly, highly recommend these. I think that the more I use them, the faster I will get and the easier it will be, and I think it will be the same for you. So until then, take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!